for INTribe. My name is Christopher Cyrus, alongside Mike Lancaster and
How you doing?
I like to start what my story is to start with I always talk about foundation whenever I do anything. You know, you start anything, whether it's a business, life, ventures, you start with the core foundation of what you want to do, and that has to be strong. So my foundation is my parents. They emigrated from Jamaica in the late 1970s to Canada. My mom came here with $100 and kind of hope for the future. Really, from the time I was born, they instilled in me the value that you guys have an opportunity in this country that we never had in the opportunities in Jamaica, and whatever you do, make the most of it. And kind of going through school, working at Burger King was the first time where I was put in a position where I really was making money and trying to save. I kind of developed kind of saving principles. I'm going to save $100 a month, and I ultimately want to buy a property when I graduate from school, right? And I basically saved, put myself through university, got a degree as a mechanical engineer. And the year after I graduated, I'm 22 years old, and I bought my first property. I then went on to kind of buy additional by saving and refinancing, and then I started raising capital. By the time I was 30, I had well over 10 properties, kind of near more than 20 actually.
Talk to me about the realities of a black man who has a dream to be a millionaire and what you had to overcome to actually be here today where you're able to share your story.
You know what? For me, I'm relentless. I'm going to be 100% with you guys. I've never met anybody that's wired like me. So I don't come out and tell people if you can do what I've done, because to be honest, it's very difficult because of the level of persistence that I have. I've never seen anyone with my level of persistence. So I'll give you a really good example. When I was buying kind of my second property, and I was going to banks and they were telling me, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. I just kept asking more and more people, right? So, I ended up going to about, 40 or 50 different lenders before I found one. Now, most people stop at one. 95% of people start at two, but I don't know many people that will go to 50. I'll go back to like when I was in elementary school. I've got dyslexia, so it's hard for me to read. And the teacher makes you read, and then all the kids laugh at you when you're reading in class. So then they tell us we got to do a presentation in front of people. So I'm like, I can't read in front of people. If I got to do this presentation, I got to study ahead of time. So I literally was home. This is in grade school, like grade 4, and I'm studying 40 hours, 50 hours on a 5-minute speech.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating time. I studied 50 hours on a 5-minute speech in grade 4. So let's translate to what happened when it's speech time. I was the best speaker in the class by far.
Wow. And
it's because I spent 50 hours on that 5-minute speech, and everyone else spent 30 minutes, 20 minutes. So from the time I was that age, I recognized that I was at a disadvantage, right? I'm starting 10 feet behind people, which means I got to run harder and I got to run faster than everybody else.
Because we've got a lot of our clients on the line at the moment, and we are trying to support them the best way that we can. And I think that one question that I would really like to ask you is, what is your daily schedule like?
One thing that makes my day the most successful is I schedule my day.
Sure.
I plan my week.
On Sunday, is that the week before?
Yeah, so on Sunday night,
I
plan out my week and I schedule my time.
Sure.
Right? And I schedule things like if I'm going to drive to a different city and I'm going to have a meeting, I schedule it. And it does a bunch of things when I schedule my time.
Yeah.
Is as an entrepreneur, you can do a lot of different things and there's no structure to your day. You can wake up and have no structure, and then all of a sudden 5 o'clock hits and you haven't accomplished your key critical items.
Yeah.
And you're like, what happened to my day? Well, you were on your phone, you were watching this, you're doing a whole bunch of things that were just killing your day. So I schedule my day. I schedule everything. I schedule whether I'm doing like a Instagram post. I'm scheduling what I'm going to, every morning I wake up at the same time, right?
Right. Which is what
4:30.
4:30. Guys, you read it yourself. 4:30.
Message.
Wake up 4:30 every morning.
4:30.
Yes. Right? 4:30, start the day with a little bit of exercise, breakfast, shower, and then it's on my what my routine is for that day.
Sure.
I'm
right?
streaming message because I listen to the likes of Eric Thomas. I listen to people that are at the top of their field. We've got people that are struggling financially and are waking up at 1 in the afternoon. You're a millionaire. You're waking up at 4:30. Tell me how easy it is and tell me why on earth you're up so early. The birds are just about tweeting. What's going on?
Yeah. You know what? I'm a millionaire, but I want to be a billionaire.
Come on.
And I got a lot of work to do.
Come on.
Yeah, that's it, man.
And I got a lot of work to do.
No ceiling.
What I've done I haven't even scratched the surface of what I'm capable of. I believe God's given me certain talents. God's blessed me, right? He when he created me, he did something different in my brain. And I feel like I need to make the most of it. I feel like I need to make the most of it because I feel like people need to see what I'm doing. And they need to see the accomplishments. They need to see that doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter what situation you're born in, doesn't matter what your hair looks like, doesn't matter if you have a mohawk, if you have dreads, we can be this.
Yeah.
Right? You know, I sit on executive boards of multiple companies, sit on the board of multiple companies, and it's always the same. I'm usually the youngest person on the board. I'm usually the blackest, and I usually look very different. And they need to understand and see a different light. And it's not that I'm on the boards because of this. You know, I've accomplished certain things that have allowed me to be in this position. Yeah. And I want to accomplish a lot more. I'm bluntly honest with this. There's no accomplishing what I do, right? And I operate at a different level. There's no accomplishing what I do and balancing family and family life. I'm so, and I'm not saying it because I think I'm right or I think I'm wrong. I'm saying it because it's reality.
Yeah.
I'm not going to come here and tell people that I'm a great parent and I'm a great this and I attend all the baseball games and I'm going to attend all the like practices. You know, I put business first. I laid out what I wanted as goals and aspirations over the next 20 years.
Wow.
A lot of that is centered around, you know, helping, especially Black people. I'm going to be honest with you, right? To get out of the situation that they're in by seeing someone who's accomplishing and then also being able to show them a way to accomplish that, right? And I felt like my reason for being on life has always been bigger than what I want to do on a personal level, right? Whether that's relationships, interpersonal relationships. And I'll be real with you, it hurts a lot of times, right? Like that's just facts. And I always said to myself that it's up to me to show people that there is another way in a way that they can believe it and see it. When my brother died, I realized the key link between education and understanding, because I'm telling you right now, like my brother wanted out of the life that he was in. Like, he didn't want to be in that life, but he didn't know a way out. Yeah. And he didn't know that there's opportunities outside of that. So when I look at it, I just say to myself, if I can show people a different path, and I can allow them to get on that different path, then their lives change. And my goal for my brother, and you know, when I said I'm making $1 million, but I make millions, but I'm trying to make billions. It's because with billions, I can change the education system in certain areas forever, right? I can go to Jamaica and I can build schools. I can help build the curriculum. I can help change how they learn and show them that there's a different way than the way that they are raised and brought into. You know, we can go to some of the worst places and provide education, because education, knowledge, and power is the best way I know how to support people.